Question, everybody. How do you ruin somebody's life, but like in a corporate way?
You have to snitch. I know it sounds so messed up because I grew up, snitches get stitches. Like, you don't snitch. But in the corporate world, if you do not snitch, you will get snitched on. I promise you. The best way to handle somebody you do not like at work is to snitch on them. Now, crazy story. I had a boss who I hated. And when I tell you, I worked at the company longer than the boss. They were a new boss. They came in after me. And I think they were just intimidated by me because they didn't want me to take their position, even though I didn't have enough years of experience to be in a director role. However, this boss hated me. But I had another experienced coworker tell me, keep tabs of everything, document everything, like everything that this person, does wrong to you, by saying, microaggressive things or, racially inappropriate things or things that could be seen as an HR violation under our code of conduct. And when I tell you, bro, I did keep a documentation of everything that this person did, but it just didn't feel right in my core to report her. Why she report me first? I'm trying to tell y'all, snitch. It sounds awful and it sounds terrible. I don't care what hood you grew up in, where they do stuff, how they do it. In the corporate world, this is not get rich or die hard trying. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the red brick building anymore. You are in the corporate giant machine. Snitch.
I don't know. I mean, again, I think I come from a different cut. I think it's about being smart. I think it's about being smart and understanding how to, navigate these waters. And one way is, I wouldn't call it snitching, but I think in corporate America you do have to protect yourself. So when he talks about gathering information, documentation, that's cool. Absolutely. It's nothing wrong with creating a file. I don't think that should be your primary concern when you get in there is trying to create a file on your director. But sure, creating a file is fine. Documentation is fine. You see that quite often in corporate where you'll see 3, 4, 5 people that are copied on the email. And you wonder, damn, why is everybody copied on this email? Did we have to CC everybody? The reason is because it's CYA. And that's the reason why they're doing it. It's solely CYA. Everybody's trying to cover their ass. So it's okay. It's okay to do that. Now, when you start talking about directors, when you're talking about trying to create a file for your director, I would just caution you to be careful. I would like to tell you that, go into your HR group, your HR partner, those guys aren't your friends. Those guys are there to protect the organization. And I'll also say that if you're talking about a director or a VP or someone in a higher level of authority, most likely those guys already have established relationships, not just with HR, but all over the organization. They have established relationships. So be very, very careful. I caution you, be very, very careful who you speak to, how you speak to them, who you speak about, because those relationships run deep. All right. So, create your file. Cool. Be smart about it. Learn how to navigate those waters, but be very careful about who you present it to. Because if you're talking about a director, if you're talking about a VP, a person in higher levels of authority, those people already have established relationships, and it may end up biting you in the butt. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. Thanks a bunch for listening.